I'm Jonathan.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Ben.
We're Rags and Ribbons, and you're watching
the Portland Pick.
Crossing over the point of no return, no turning back now. You can't forget.
Portland, I'm hanging out at one of my favorite places at the Wonder Ballroom at a sold-out show where Rags and Ribbons is performing tonight. Guys, how are you? It's a sold-out show. The crowd's already filling up, but there's got to be 45 minutes until you guys go on.
I'm probably not the only one who's a little bit nervous, but at the same time, just super pumped, really stoked. We've been looking forward to this show for a long time, so we've had a while to prepare.
Your music, however you guys figured out how to make people feel it emotionally when you perform, is great. How do you guys write that? And what's the writing process like for your music?
Wow, so I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with like musical training and stuff, but really, like, I think it just comes down to like the different flavors and I don't know, influences that each of us bring together. And then like somehow like we work together, and the combination of all of our emotional influences and I think aesthetic influences make it into a package that's really accessible to a lot of people. And like from the beginning, like our purpose was to communicate well to the audience through our music.
And I'm not going to let John be too modest. John is a monster on the piano and like master of chord progressions, and I think a lot of that, for me, the emotion that I get or the from our songs comes from like just a lot of the chord progressions and chord changes that John figures out, some that are like you don't hear in pop music as often.
There's a technical side to it that's like really kind of, I think for, you know, sometimes for me, even as when I first started learning the concept of writing music, it's like you think like, oh, you know, you show up and kind of feel it out and play it, and it just happens. But I mean, it's like it can be very scientific, and I think I've learned that from these guys a lot. And we've all kind of learned that.
So when you guys bring songs to the table, is it a specific someone that brings a concept or idea, or does someone write some lyrics and then, hey, let's write a song to this? How does that?
It's tough. There's all different ways. Sometimes John will on Logic almost map out a whole song, and then we'll all have our input or alter things here or there. Or sometimes John and I will just be jamming, and then, you know, I'll start playing a drum beat. Maybe what I'm doing inspires John to play a second part, and so we do a lot of just iPhone recording. Yeah. So we'll play anything we have, and then we'll go back, like we'll be like, we did that 6 months ago, like I don't even remember that. We're like, bring it back.
Yeah, I would say like people sometimes ask us that, and like there really is no set formula for what we do. So sometimes it can be spontaneous, sometimes it's very calculated and planned.
What's next for Rags and Ribbons? What do you guys want to do?
I mean, we're going to continue to like play in all those cities on the West Coast. We've been working on like, can we talk about like, we've been working on some music videos, new EP, new songs that we're so stoked about. Right. Chris, actually, it's funny. So like, we're so collaborative with our music writing and like our influences and stuff. And Chris has been.
I was thinking about it the other day. Like our newer stuff is like deeper depths and like higher heights, so it like gets grittier sometimes, but then it's like even prettier and more melodic than the other stuff, so it's like expanded the spectrum even further. It
sounds like it'll be a little more dynamic, you know. I'm excited to hear what you guys have coming up. That's pretty cool. Where can we find the band online?
You can do most of our handles are /ragsribbons. Okay. So Twitter is .com/ragsribbons, Facebook is /ragsribbons. Then
our website's ragsandribbonsmusic.com. Okay. And you can download all of our content for free on the website.
Okay, wow, that is cool. So thanks for hanging out, guys. If you want more information about Rags and Ribbons, you can go to ragsandribbonsmusic.com and download their album. Guys, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
So just forget everything from your old